The CBA that runs from 2021 to 2025 has been abused by the government. The government revised the CBA last year with us, and they gave us the first phase. The second phase has not been addressed. Walifika mahali wakasema walimu wamepewa hiyo pesa, walimu wameenda kwa accounts, wameangalia hakuna hizo pesa, na hizo pesa ndio tunataka. Hizo pesa zikitumwa tutaangalia mambo yao.
Na upande hii nyingine walimu ambao wako na ng'ombe wameenda kwa mama wanachunga, wale wako na biashara ya kuuza njugu, karanga, tunaenda ndio tutafute. Sasa hii hakuna walimu kwa shule. Tunasema tu serikali waingilie kati, waone kama venye tunaweza rudia tuongee. Kwa sababu sisi hatuna ubaya. Walimu wako na njaa. Kwanza kitu ambaye inaumiza mwalimu, kuna kitu inaitwa medical scheme ya ON Minet. Minet imeumiza mwalimu, imefanya mwalimu amekonda zaidi, imefanya mwalimu ameumia. Mwalimu akienda hospitali ananyanyaswa. Kwanza ukiulizwa tu wewe unatoka kwa wewe ni mtu gani, ukisema tu mwalimu, utaona tu facial expression ya mtu mhudumu katika hospitali akikuangalia.
Tunataka turudishwe kwa scheme of service kwa sababu ya stagnation ya members wetu kukaa miaka zaidi ya 10 kwa job group moja. Zaidi ya hilo, tunaomba kwamba kuwe na allowances za administrators, wale acting, wale ambao ni substantive deputies na principals, wawe na allowance ya administration. It is a 24-hour job and their allowances must be enhanced. Postgraduate allowances, watu wamesoma, wengine ni madaktari, some are masters holders, na wao tunaomba kwamba waongezewe allowances zao ili watu wapewe motisha ya kusoma.
Our first demand, we want the CPG to be reviewed. It is very disheartening. It is impunity of highest order for a teacher to go for interviews more than 5 times and is never promoted. And these interviews come after every 5 years. So it means that if a teacher is not promoted 5 times, he has already taken 20 years. And mwalimu hawezi kuanguka interview, mwalimu ndiye anafunza. Does it mean that teachers cannot pass the interview? We want teachers to be promoted. Specifically, we want job group C5 and D2 to be removed from the CPG. Power! Jambo la pili, tunataka walimu wa JSS, 46,000 of them, waandikwe katika permanent and pensionable. Ni jambo la aibu sana kuwa mwalimu anasoma miaka 4 katika university, anahitimu, alafu anakuwa posted to something like a primary school, alafu analipwa shilingi 17,000. Aibu sana. Hata fees ya university is more than 17,000. KUPPET power. Walimu waandikwe. Na jambo la mwisho, Aon Minet tunataka tupatiwe cover ambayo ni fully comprehensive. Walimu hawatibiwi katika hospitali. Walimu wanapatiwa madawa ambayo generic ambayo imefanya hata walimu hawazai. Hawezi hata kusimama wafanye jukumu. Kuberia. Walimu wanateseka. Walimu wana watoto, walimu wana nguvu, wanataka kutuua. We want the medical cover to be 100% comprehensive. Jambo la mwisho ni kwamba mambo ya third party deduction lazima yatimizwe. KUPPET power! KUPPET ria!
Now me on behalf of the teachers of Homa Bay and on behalf of myself as Yogo say that the teachers of KUPPET in Kenya will not see darkness and pee in the house. We are going to pee out there in front of the enemy until the enemy replies to all our demands.
Yes.
We are not going to start bathing and then we have already removed our clothes, then we go back without bathing. So what we are saying, full implementation of the CBA, backdated to July 1st, and on the slips of the teachers must happen before we reconsider. Full implementation and restoration of the medical cover for teachers. It was 22 billion. They have reduced it to 11 billion. Right now they are owing the insurer 15 billion. Let that 15 billion be paid. Then they enhance it to 22 billion before we talk. Review of the CPG has to happen so that our teachers don't get stagnated anymore. We want the post-primary teachers to get promoted. We want them to be principals before they die. We are also saying that duty allowance must be given to our teachers. Our teachers must get duty allowance. KUPPET power! We are saying that third-party deductions that have not been remitted for 3 months must be remitted, and must be remitted now. On Friday, Nancy Macharia, whom I know the father was a teacher, I know the father is very hungry with her. What we are saying today, Nancy Macharia promised the teachers that on Saturday they would see the money on their slips. That money has not been remitted. So it means they were taking us for a ride. And that is the reason why KUPPET Kenya, we will lead all the teachers, including those ones who have chickened house. Even those unions that have chickened house. We will lead all of them from primary, secondary to university until they do what we are demanding.
Kwa bei nafuu kwa shilingi 100 tu pekee yake. Hii very good protector.
Machine. Big machine.
Thank you so much. Brethren, KUPPET power. Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever.
Na kazi environment ambayo haifai graduate. Yes. Imagine kwangu ninasikia kwamba yule mwalimu ambaye ameajiriwa kama intern anapata shilingi 17,000 na yeye anafanya kazi kama mwalimu anapata 50,000. Haiwezekani. Alafu mbaya sana ni kwamba medical scheme ya walimu wa intern, mwalimu akijifungua na tunataka walimu wetu wajifungue ongeze population kama Biblia imesema, ongeze ni population. Yes. Anapewa maternity ya 1 month. 1 month mtu atakuwa hata amepona kweli. Hakuna. Haiwezekani. Yes. Teacher Service Commission imeweka vizingiti mingi. Kitambo mwalimu akuwe principal amemaliza miaka 59. Alafu mwalimu anakuwa principal mwezi mmoja. Yeah. Tunataka C5 itolewe. Yes. C1 itolewe. Kabisa. Mwalimu akifiwa C4 anakuwa deputy direct. Yes. Alafu nyingine tunataka kuuliza kwamba sisi kama walimu ambao wamepata nafasi ya kusoma na serikali tunataka kuuliza kwa nini wafanyikazi wengine wote wakisoma wapate degree yao mpaka PhD apewi mshahara kulingana na masomo yake. Hiyo ni jambo ya 8. Jambo lingine tunataka kuuliza Teacher Service Commission, iwapo ameingia na mkataba na mwalimu, pesa mwalimu ikatwe, iweke kulipwa kwa benki, ilipe kwa sako. Mbona pesa hiyo wakae nazo mpaka mwalimu aandikiwe notice na akatwe pesa kwamba hakulipa third party deduction? So tunauliza Teacher Service Commission remit third party deduction. Tunataka review ya medical scheme ya walimu. Mwaka jana medical scheme ya walimu ilikuwa 22 billion. Sasa hivi serikali imepunguza, imekuja 11 billion. Hata saa hizi mwalimu ambaye amepata labda kwa bahati mbaya ameaga, familia hawapati chochote ya kusaidia familia kujimudu. Other civil servants wanapewa ile inaitwa group life expenses hiyo, lakini walimu hawapewi. So tunataka sema mwalimu ambaye afya yake imedhoofika ni mwalimu ambaye delivery yake darasani itakuwa imedhoofika. A healthy teacher is a productive teacher. Let the teacher produce. Mwalimu anahitaji afya na pesa.
When we say we are striking as KUPPET, we are striking as KUPPET, and I want to put it very clear. Tomorrow we shall be visiting schools. I'm even telling my colleagues who are trying to not withdraw services. Tomorrow we shall be in those schools, gate by gate. Those ones who are having staff meetings today, waambie sisi tumesema tunawakujia. Tunawakujia GNC. We don't want to joke with this work because we want to sort out our problems. We are telling parents 3 things. By the way, hakuna watu nyamesa watoto kama walimu. Personally mimi niko na watoto wengi sana na bado nasaa vizuri. Tunataka kuambia kwamba wazazi kaini na watoto wenu nyumbani. Otherwise wakituletea shuleni, they are risking the lives of their children na watafunza na ulimwengu. Sisi walimu tumetoa kufanya kazi. Wazazi wabaki na wanafunzi wao. Mpaka siku yenye watasikia Secretary General wa KUPPET akisema strike imeisha. Otherwise wakae na watoto wao, ndio watoto wakae na watoto wao nyumbani. By the way, wazazi wameshindwa kuchunga watoto, wakae na watoto wao nyumbani mpaka siku yenye utafanya. Otherwise maneno hayatakuwa mazuri. And lastly tunataka kueleza serikali ya Kenya Kwanza that sisi tunapenda, hatuna shida na serikali. Issue ya remittance. Mtu umekatwa mshahara. Watu wa KCB, nataka kukuambia watu wa KCB wajai pewana remittance yao ya 6 months. Na mtu umekatwa hujai pata hiyo pesa. Na ya maana sana ni JSS. Wasipo confirm hao walimu wa JSS, kuna kitu nyona tunanga. Na tutaki uongo. You know hao jamaa wa Kenya Kwanza ni uongo. Sijui Ndindi Nyora anasema hivi, sijui Mbadi anasema hivi, sijui nani anasema hivi. Watu waambie ukweli. Maneno ya JSS wamesema tangu last year. Na tunataka kumalizana na hiyo maneno as much as possible. Once and for all.
What you are requesting the government to stop shifting the goalpost. They said July, they said last year, they said January, then they said July. Today they are saying January. We need confirmation today. We just need confirmation today. You cannot expose a new curriculum with 90% of teachers being...
Na niko kidogo tu ya kusema. Yesu alikuja kama mwalimu akasulubishwa. Lakini natumai alikufa kwa shida zetu zote. We as Kenyan teachers, the president went through us. Everybody went through a teacher. A-E-I-O-U ya nursery ya mwalimu. Mkasoma kwa mikono yetu. Tafadhali presidents, tafadhali our leaders, we made you who you are. Tunaomba tu mwangalie walimu. Hata labda hii shida yote ya Kenya, economy imeenda chini, labda ni laana ya walimu. Waliwasaidia na mkatutupa. Mwalimu ni mtu for you to speak, for you to become a minister, for you to become a PS, it is courtesy of...
I start by saying that it would have been very beautiful if the two unions would have approached the employer on a united front. But because our sister union has bowed out of the fight, KUPPET remains to continue with the fight. Reason? In philosophy we are taught that when two things are distinct, it means they are separable. And if they are separable, it means one can exist without the other. So we are here as KUPPET to exist without the other, as much as will be standing for the rights of our overworked teachers, our underpaid teachers, our demotivated teachers. Remember, and it is in the record of everybody in this nation, that we had a CBA that was running from 2021 to 2025. It was negotiated, it was renegotiated, it was agreed upon, it was deposited in the Industrial and Labor Relations Court. Part one of it was implemented. And remember, the first part of that CBA that was implemented was nothing. It only gave an increment of 2.5% for the teachers in lower cadres. Those teachers who are in grades of C2 up to D5 got nothing. This was going to be their moment of happiness. And as much as TSC has promised that they are going to give us the salary rise and allowances, we as KUPPET, we are not taking it. For the simple reason that we submitted 6 important concerns that were negatively affecting the lives of our teachers in Kenya. Yes. Suppose we look at it that we are satisfied with that salary rise and allowances. Where will our brothers and sisters in JSS go? These people were promised permanent and pensionable employment with effect from 1st of August. August has come, the tone and the dance has changed. Nobody is now talking about JSS. Trained and qualified graduates who are subjected to internship and illegality in the world of work. We strongly demand that our JSS counterparts be confirmed on permanent and pensionable basis as was agreed. Yes. And we want the chairman budget committee's sentiments to be taken seriously. And if he's joking with the Kenyans, let him retract his statement and make a valid one, as he said the other day, that money has been set aside. Let that money reach TSC, yes, so that these people are confirmed on permanent and pensionable basis. Colleagues and fellow Kenyans, I want you to take this seriously. Why are we fighting for the confirmation of the junior secondary school teachers? The reason is this. TSC is testing waters by engaging interns. If you allow them to escape with it, I'm telling you that will be the end of teaching profession on a permanent and pensionable basis. We have our children, we have our brothers and sisters who are training as teachers. We want to be happy to have them lead a life of casual work after spending time and money to become professional teachers. And that is why internship must be rejected, must be abolished, must be done away with completely. As at now, banks have sent us messages that we are going to be listed in CRBs. You look at your pay slip, the deduction is already done. Why is the government sitting on that money instead of submitting it to the banks? We are demanding immediate remittance of all third-party deductions to the financial institutions we are owing. KUPPET power! As at now, we are unable to get quality medication. Colleagues, you remember that this is not a favor that the Teacher Service Commission was doing to teachers. We used to have medical allowance that was given according to grade. All that medical allowance was taken by TSA so that they provide us with quality medical cover.
Which they don't.
They do nothing about it. Even the government has reduced budget for that medical cover by so many billions. When our colleagues go to hospitals, they are turned away. We are demanding that minute be reviewed and, if possible, be replaced with a more responsive medical cover. And if that cannot be done, then let teachers be given back their medical cover so that they choose from the many available medical insurance covers available in the country that are also affordable. KUPPET power! Power! KUPPET power! Power! Before the introduction of the CPG, which is the devil that is killing teachers, we used to have schemes of service. On the basis of your performance and subject to availability of positions, teachers used to rise day by day, month by month, year by year. As at now, CPG is brought and has brought with it a lot of stagnation. The moment the teacher gets at C3, he's locked there until his retirement. C3 is not our home and shall never be our home. Our hope is to rise up to D5. Yes. We are calling upon the Teachers Service Commission to take a serious review of the CPG, and if they cannot do that, we will demand that the leadership of TSC at national level leaves office before we start visiting them next week. Punda amechoka. Punda amechoka. Again, dear colleagues, remember that our unity is our strength. From here, we demand that all post-primary institutions, including junior secondary, because that is a secondary institution, domiciled in a foreign land. Yes. We want all aspects of teaching to be put to an end. And we will start visiting schools. Yes. We are going to visit. The military wing of KUPPET is going to start visiting schools. And we are going to discipline those who are betraying the cause of the teachers. So the realization of our demands is now. If not now, is now. If not now, is now. There is no option to getting our demands that we've struggled for all our lives in this profession. KUPPET power! To our parents who are hearing and seeing us over the media, please, that your child is your wealth. Don't discard your wealth into the winds. We are not at school, we are here. And we want to continue with this. We want to go to school until you will get directive from our national office through the Secretary General, Akelo Misori, that will be cascaded down to the county levels through our executive secretaries. And they must know that we are also parents. Yes. And we are united with you in this to make the education of Kenya get to another level. As I finish, take this very seriously. No teaching is going to take place in our schools with effect from today until such a time that our demands will be met, will be fully met. KUPPET power! KUPPET power! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
May I ask a question? Can passion pay somebody's school fees? No. Can passion pay rent? No. Can passion pay dowry? No. That 17 bob cannot even sustain erection of a teacher. Exactly. Therefore, we are demanding. It is like they have reminded us that they made a mistake, and we are taking it not lightly. We are reminding them to do whatever they have said, now or never. Hakuna saa ingine ni leo. It is from now onwards, but not past December. There is no day. Teaching is a profession. That is the reason why we went to campuses to learn. We studied for 4 years like other people. If it is a calling, then we could have been found in the churches, not in classrooms. So if in case we are trying to make these learners to have a good future, then it is skills that we learn from campuses that is going to bear fruits, not the calling. So let it be understood. Thank you so much.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
KUPPET give. KUPPET ria.
My name is Eunice. I am the assistant treasurer of KUPPET of this county, and as teachers, first of all we are glad that they agreed that we need to go on this strike because we were agitating for it. We know we need to actually get all our 9 demands first met by the government, and that is why we are here today. I want to thank the teachers who are here and others who are following even online to please mjitokeze, msilale, tupambane.
Yesterday we had a National Governing Council where we voted to have our strike on. In fact, all of the NGC, we are 73 members, and the 68 voted to have the strike. The 5 were absent. And our demands are, 1, we want the JSS teachers, the 46,000, to be confirmed in permanent and pensionable terms. Next we want is the CBA. The CBA money was already allocated by the education parliament, the committee which is in the parliament for the education, which is led by Ndindi Nyoro. All of a sudden, during the July, there was no increment. There was no harmonization of the house allowance according to the municipalities. Those are the key issues which has brought us here. 130,000 of the teachers are not promoted. Some teachers have stayed in the same job group for more than 20 years. We cannot allow this one as the union. We are here for the strike until the government caters for all the 9 demands. We have so many acting principals and deputy principals in this county, which we cannot allow. There must be a process of hiring them into what they are supposed to be in the administrative. We cannot allow the government to continue using us. In fact, they have already distracted the education sector. We have become casual laborers. How can you pay a teacher 17,000 and then you are paying the capitation of the teacher 15,000? We cannot allow this one, and this one must stop.
We will not allow industrial slavery from any corner. The secretary Isiolo branch has been enslaved. That he has to be liberated by all of us teachers. Yes. Now, because the matter today at hand is the issue of the strike, I will not go astray. The first thing, the CBA was registered in court. Therefore, it's a document of the government. It was supposed to be paid from June. Is that true? Yes. July. True. Then from there, that was the first money to be paid for the first tranche. Then it was supposed to be paid again later in the years to come. The government has already absconded its duty. That is why these teachers have gone on strike. And they should go on strike. Industrial slavery will never be around in a civilized country and democratic. KUPPET power! KUPPET real! The 46,000 GSS teachers, they should not be employed as interns. Because they are qualified, they should be employed under permanent and pensionable terms. The 1,000 teachers that the union has sent should be employed to cover the gap, should be put under employment so that the children of this country, because I'm a parent, they should also be taught well by qualified teachers who are not suffering, who do not have stress. Because when you enslave a teacher and he has stress, he cannot manage his work. KUPPET power!
KUPPET power! Power! My name is Priscilla. I am the treasurer of the county, KUPPET County Isiolo branch. We are here as teachers in solidarity. We want to say that our demands are here. There are 9 of them. And we are doing this not just because we are teachers today, but this is an everlasting career. Our children will forever go to school, and the children after us. If we do not fight for the teachers of Kenya today, we don't know who is going to fight for them tomorrow. That is why we have come here in solidarity to fight for teachers, so that this profession may not be demeaned the way it has been for so long. We want to make sure that this profession is valued, it is respected, and it is admired even by our students. KUPPET power. I can imagine how our students are feeling as they see us on the streets. They may think that this is not the job they should take. Even those who would aspire to become teachers, when they see the way we are being mistreated by the government, they will hate this job. Who will teach the teachers of tomorrow, the children of tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow? KUPPET power. KUPPET power. And we are not going to relent. We shall fight to the last breath in our lives, because this is our right. And this is our country. And the students are our children. We also have children back at home today. KUPPET power. KUPPET power.
In this letter, you are addressing the grievances for which you have called for the industrial action. There are issues that have been raised here that touch on policy. I believe all of us understand who the policy makers of the Teacher Service Commission are. The commissioners are the policy makers. The secretariat are the implementers of the policy. So when we talk about a policy issue, and we are demanding that some of the policy issues are revised, we are saying therefore that for us who are here, who have listened to your grievances, we will do a report to our Secretary Teacher Service Commission on the issues that you have raised here that touch on policy matters, so that as the Secretary of the Teacher Service Commission, she will hand it over to the board, so that the board can review, can revise, can even altogether expunge from our policy and replace with other policies. The CPG came into operation in 2017. From 2017 to date, those are 7 years. Obviously, there are emerging issues. And these emerging issues are the areas that we now need to talk about with a view to making the teaching profession better for the teachers, so that they are able to serve the child of this country with utmost peace and with some motivation as teachers.
We are out officially on a strike. Yes. That started this morning at midnight. Yes. The government has decided intentionally to disobey the law. Last year, the president himself pronounced clearly that he's going to give teachers something small to cushion them on the housing levy, which was staggered in 2 phases. Last year, we indeed received the first phase. This year round, we expected the same end of June, which has not yet come as we are talking today. We have people here who are teachers, and some have served for 15 years and 20 years in the same job group. C3. And the majority fall under C3. Last year, 130 teachers sat for the interview. 130,000 teachers sat for the interview. A handful was chosen to be promoted. The demands of the union is that these teachers qualify. And you cannot say you failed an interview when you have taught children and they have passed. Therefore, they also passed, and we demand that they be given their promotions. And we continue being on strike until we have the last word from our Secretary General from Nairobi.
For CBA 2021-2025, kuna pesa ambayo tulikuwa tunafaa kulipa mwezi wa Julai, hiyo pesa haikuingia. Tuko kwa mgomo kuitisha hiyo pesa tutarudi shule wakati itaingia kwa banki zetu. Hiyo ni jambo moja ambalo tunapigania saa hii. Jambo la pili ni kuitisha wale walimu wa JSS wakuwe confirmed to permanent and pensionable terms. Jambo la tatu ni serikali ipeane the necessary resources kwa ile medical scheme yote ya walimu. Hiyo ni Minet iko na shida na walimu kwa sababu hospitali hazipati the service provider hawapati ile pesa ambayo wanahitaji kutoka kwa the government. Kwa hivyo tunakuta walimu wetu wanaumia, wakifika hospitali wapati matibabu, wanafukuzwa, ni kwa sababu ya ile kutoletwa kwa ile pesa in good time kwa zile hospitali. Pia tunasema kuna walimu ambao wamekwama bila kupata promotion, na tunajua mwaka huu 1,000 teachers waliweza kufanya interview na kwa hitimu. Kwa hivyo tunauliza serikali iweze kupeana pesa au walimu waweze kupandishwa kwa next job group. Hilo jambo lingine ni ile loans ambazo walimu wako nazo na banks, financial institutions. Walimu wamepata ujumbe mfupi kwa simu zao wakiambiwa kwamba zile pesa hazijafika, their loans are in arrears. Tunauliza serikali iweze kupeana hizo pesa mara moja au walimu azitoshe ushuru zaidi ya hapo. Jambo la mwisho ni tunaitisha mkataba CBA mpya 2025-2029 na serikali. Hatutaki kuwa na vita na serikali mwaka ujao kwa sababu ya kukosa mkataba. Wakati huu tuko saa hii nafaa kuwa kumeanzishwa vikao kati ya serikali na vyama vya walimu kuweka huo mkataba kwa wakati ambao unaofaa.
Grievances of the teachers is here. We are saying, Director, this is your document. Okay. When you see us outside there, you read through.
Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Haya, hivyo hivyo. Power! Power!